Oh, well, we're live, but where's my camera?
Back to basics, I see. Things really haven't changed on the
Back
stream,
to
have they?
true form. Oh, it's why is it? Oh, I know why. Because we had the guest appearance last time.
That's true.
There we go. Yes,
There we go.
yes. We're here.
The iconic bad luck gamer stream issues at beginning. Wouldn't have it any other way.
It's because I literally never test anything before we go live.
Yeah, why
I,
would
I
you?
cannot be bothered. Excuse me. All right. Well, we're live with our ominous title. But, like Alex and I, we're still going to be friends. It's going to be okay.
I just fucking hate Cam. Like,
Oh, goodness. Giving everyone the wrong impressions already.
wouldn't have it any other way.
That's true. Trying to reduce my sensitivity here. Hopefully, I still come across.
Yeah, because you're a little choppy on my end.
Ah, God damn it. All right. I don't want to do this. I got to put my headphones on.
Ah. You know, the wild thing, too, it really, for some reason, feels like it's been like a really long time since we've last done Table Talk.
It really
A
has.
real long time. And it's been what, like a week. We just didn't do last week.
We just didn't do last week, yeah.
But it feels like it's been like a month.
It really has. Oh. Now that I have the headphones on, I realize we don't have any background music.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you guys receive a different audio than what the
Yeah,
Discord does.
I'm listening through Discord. Which, hey, good. Means the stream audio is working great. I always check it at the beginning, but then immediately mute it because I can't listen to myself talk as I'm talking.
I really, really need a really good microphone that like has that just doesn't record anything outside of like a foot from the mic.
Yeah, good old compressor. The one where it's like you have to get your face right up to it.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
My problem is though is I also like to like wiggle around while I'm streaming or talking in general.
You just got to do uh the Ludwig strat. He has a giant mic arm, a lot of mobility, so he can like grab it and like
Yeah,
move around with it.
fair. Let's see. What do I have in my good music? Ah, I see. The one we always use. Fair enough. But yes, so we got some fun stuff coming up here in the near future. Oh no, Fred Boats. Did they change stuff with Fred Boat?
It is currently sitting there mute. Well, that's being worked on. Hey, chat. Hey, those who are bright and early to the stream. How's it going? How you feeling today?
I just put these headphones on. I already feel really warm.
Just like be colder.
I know, right?
Kids these days don't understand real struggle. I had to walk uphill both ways with headphones on, and you'll see me crying. It's definitely not because I have AC and you don't.
Yeah, right.
Though, for a thing I've been working on, the recording situation I have is I have to record at night for both a lighting and temperature reasons, because I'm filming in my garage, and garages get real hot, real good at retaining heat. We're in the middle of summer, in a very hot location. The things you do for content, right?
Yep. Oh, so this is not the music I was wanting. This is way too...
Sounds like a fucking like gunship track. If any of you know who that band is.
Okay, what if I... Oops. What if I do this? Oh, they've changed it so much.
So what happens when you go on vacation? They change the Discord bots.
There we go.
That's the iconic track.
We're just gonna own this track eventually.
Yeah, you should just buy the rights to it.
Yeah, right? How much could it cost?
Bet not much. Like what? Like $5?
Yeah. 2 kroner. That's not a lot of money, by the way. 2 kroner is like less than a penny.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know how exchange rates work, I'll be real. Some money is worth different other money. That's strange.
That's fair. But alright. Now that I'm not as distracted. I'm back from Norway. Which means things are going to change. Predominantly, we're going to be trying to do some more community stuff with the Discord. And we got a lot of projects up here on the horizon as well. We'll get into that in maybe like 20 minutes or so once more people hop into the chat. But in the meantime, how are you doing, Alex?
I've been good. I've been, very productive. Learning about Warhammer Fantasy. In the time you've been gone, I've become a Warhammer Fantasy fanboy.
I noticed. Yeah, you went from, man, Warhammer Fantasy sucks ass to, oh shit, it's actually really good. Sorry, guys.
Alright, listen. I don't believe I've ever been that... You know me. You know me. I've never been that inflammatory. I am not an inflammatory man. I don't like insult things without thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But I might have said, on the record, Warhammer Fantasy is not for me. I care about sci-fi more. Fantasy is just not my thing, and I still stand by that. I'm still a sci-fi guy through and through. I think it's way more cool. But Warhammer Fantasy is kind of fucking cool. I'll be real. It's real fun, and it helps because there's a YouTuber who talks really well about it. A guy called Pancreas Not Work. He's pretty cool. He's made some really good videos where he talks about Warhammer Fantasy lore, and he's really entertaining with it. Then also I started reading the Gotrek and Felix books, and they're phenomenal. Genuinely, I'd put them in the top 5 best Warhammer books I've ever read. And then the Total War 3, Warhammer 3, Mortal Empire thing came out, and we started playing Vermintide again. So it's a whole perfect storm. And you know what? I take back my critiques of the setting. It's real cool. It's real fun. I see why people were upset that AOS is now a thing. I still think AOS is pretty cool, but fantasy is also dope.
Well, I'm glad your horizons.
I think
have been
AOS
expanded.
is pretty cool, but yeah,
also
and
dope.
they will not expand
no.
further.
Sorry, I was checking the Twitter or the Twitch, and hurt our audio.
So
There we go.
my horizons will not expand further. They'll stay here.
I've drawn the line. We are
drawn the
not
line
going any further.
Unless something else cool comes out and I change my mind, which I'm, you know what, I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to change my mind. I'm
totally
an adult.
allowed.
And
And
will
I'm
that
allowed
change
to
my
make fun of
behavior?
you when you're just like, oh man, this thing is shit. And then when you actually look into it, like, oh man, I was wrong.
I mean, will I change my behavior with calling things shit without fully looking into it? No. Will I cease to have hypocritical views on entertainment and like different forms of media? No. Hell no. Fuck anime.
Fuck
But
it. Sorry. Just you being a JoJo's fan just makes that such an erroneous lie. You like the most anime thing of anime.
it's fun, but fuck anime. Yeah, you know. Other than that, I allegedly homebrewed my 3DS, which is pretty cool. It's really easy. It's surprisingly easy to do. I'd recommend people do it. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't, in case the Nintendo lawyers are watching.
Yeah. They always are.
They always are. That's and then other than that, just been working on a secret project that we'll probably shout out a little later.
Yeah. We got a lot of fun stuff. I had a lot of time on my first 11-hour, then 17-hour flights to and from Norway.
That's stupid long.
Yes, and Iceland Air, at least the Seattle to Iceland plane, is the most uncomfortable plane I've ever had the displeasure of sitting in for, the majority of a day.
As someone who's sat in a lot of horribly uncomfortable planes, I fucking feel that.
Mm-hmm.
You have once you've flown Delta, Alaska, yeah, right, this is all right, kind of uncomfortable, but all right. Then you fly some of the other airlines, or even worse, a fate I wouldn't wish to most people, decommissioned military planes.
Yeah.
Don't fly on those. They fucking suck. If you think you get nauseous on sick on planes, you don't know fucking anything until you're in the back of an actual storage container of a decommissioned Air Force plane. Oh my god.
Anything to save a penny.
Yeah. There's the thing the military did. I don't know if they still do it. They probably do. Where you can get free flights somewhere on just decommissioned military planes. It's just the problem is you might be stuck somewhere for way longer than you thought. Because those shit break down.
Mm-hmm.
They've been decommissioned for a fucking reason.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Get a free vacation, but it's rough.
And I'm also I got a necklace from a silver vendor. They have silver vendors in Norway because one of the big things about Norway is they actually were well known for their silver mines. Fun enough. And this is Saga Silver. I got it as an early birthday present from my sister and her wife. So I've officially become a Norweeb. I have a lot of shirts now that are just Odin, Midgard, Sommer, Fenris, another Odin shirt, Viking shirt, and now I have a rune necklace. So
you at least have the authority or permission to do that.
Yeah, I have family. We actually met up with family in Norway. We got to the twice a year, but once a year summer Svalheim family get together, where all the people from the family farm get together and have lunch together. It's really nice. Very, very hard though, because they are very Norwegian and speak not a lot of English.
Yeah.
Or they all speak a good amount of English, but they have very thick Norwegian accents. And a good majority of the time, they were just speaking Norwegian to each other. So, you know,
Yep, sounds
it was
about right.
interesting. It was fun though.
Yeah.
And I got to show Suzanne the family farm, which was nice. First time she's gotten to see that, and our family's had that farm for almost 3 centuries now.
That's always sick.
Yeah, I think they got it in 1770 something like that. So we're half a century off from the 3-century anniversary.
Did your family do anything for those like century like anniversaries?
They're farmers.
Oh,
It is a farm.
They farm.
They are. To be fair, my cousin Halfton is doing some really fun stuff. They have a malter in their big barn now, and they have genetically revived an ancient rye, Norwegian rye, for their malts. Because most Norwegian brews do not use native Norwegian rye or hops or anything like that. Because it's not as good. But they've revived an old strain to have a true, authentic, pure Norwegian brew. And, oh, right! I totally haven't told you yet. So, I also tried some of the beer they made from the malt, and it was really good. I don't like beer that much, but it was actually a really good beer. They wouldn't let me have a lot of it, though, because I was driving that day, and they're like, oh, no, you can't. You can have a sip, that's it.
Responsible.
It was... A beer's not going to do anything to me.
Super responsible.
Anyway, whatever it is. But they're making some stuff. They just got it done when we were visited 3 years ago. And they're just in the process now of getting some stuff out. It's going to take some time. They're making some aquavit and some whiskey with some of the malts right now. They've been making gin with it recently. And, well, not them specifically. They have a local brewer who comes in and is doing stuff there as well, which is pretty cool. And, yeah, they're recently just harvesting the wheat or they're about to harvest the wheat when we came to visit.
Damn, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome.
I don't want to try that beer and whiskey like at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm also a beer hater. Like, I think beer tastes like shit. But when I hear, oh, I hate beer, but it was pretty good, I'm usually like, oh, more intrigued.
Yeah. It'd be very hard to bring it over, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Especially because it's not like market stuff. It's just family brew. So I don't know if it'd get through customs.
Yeah, probably not.
I had to get rich and send everyone over to Norway. Then y'all can try the Svalheim brew.
Hell yeah.
But speaking of trying alcohol, though, I got, while we were in Norway, a small taster pack of a bunch of different kinds of aquavit. So it's like a box like this big, has a bunch of mini bottles in it. I haven't heard if everything got through customs. I'm sure it has. But we had to send it with my parents. So
okay.
They have it at the moment. Hopefully they'll send it over. But yeah, we'll get to try some aquavit.
I love that. I heard. I remember you highly recommended it.
I love aquavit. It might be my new favorite liquor.
Ooh.
So we'll have to see. But I'm also like a hard liquor drinker.
That's true. Like, kind of same. I mainly drink like hard liquor, and I mean like it'll have to top my absolute favorite, Drambuie whiskey. It is like my favorite.
I'm not much of a whiskey fan myself, but
Drambuie is something like. I'll put it this way. Do you like Fireball at all?
Meh.
Imagine Fireball, but if it was like, good.
Yeah.
That's Drambuie. It's good Fireball.
I mean,
because it's like
probably
honey, herbs, and a bit of cinnamon. and it's like this nice tasting smooth whiskey. It's real nice,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have like it only has like that slight whiskey burn, which I'm a big fan of. I like drinking whiskey.
Yeah, my favorite currently is tequila. I love tequilas, a lot of tequilas. Very solid.
I can't. I limit myself with tequila because I become a very unstable emotional drunk on tequila. Like I'm a very happy guy when I drink. I'm very happy. Tequila puts me in a state where a slight change in my emotion is like a fucking like pendulum. Like I'll go from like I'm fucking partying to slight bad thing happens. I am a wreck.
That like, sounds hilarious.
Wreck. No, it was. I hated it. It was fucking awful. And I hate being in any situation where I'm not like in full control of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, ugh. But on the other hand, there's some tequila drinks that are very good. Like, so I have to like limit myself. I hate like drinking too much of it.
I'm very fortunate for my high tolerance. I can just enjoy the drinks without too much issue. But
Except
simultaneously,
you gotta have.
Yeah. But simultaneously, I have to drink a lot to get a good buzz.
Be a lightweight like me. Just
yeah,
it takes like very little, and you're good.
I wish I could just sniff the bottle and be like, oh god, I'm set. But yeah, no. We have some aquavit, and you're one of the people I wanted to have try it because they mentioned it before. I also got you a gift.
Oh shit!
While we're there, it's a little booklet that has a bunch of Norwegian sayings translated into English that make absolutely no sense. It's hilarious.
Absolute best gift ever. That sounds fucking hilarious.
It sounds like it's your kind of humor.
Yeah.
Oh god, what was some of them? I can't even remember. They're so out there, but they're hilarious. And there's no context. You don't know what the sayings are actually supposed to be about.
Even better.
So, got you that. I got Devin a small dice bag with a Leshy on it. So
that's fun.
But when I saw that booklet, I'm like, this is Alex's. He would love this.
If as long as it is something that you can look at and be like, yeah, that's funny, and then I'd be into it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally my room decor. It's just stuff I'm like, I look at and I smile to myself. It's like, that's funny. And like nothing else.
I have it here, but I'll wait. I don't want to spoil it. I just want to see you're gonna be in town next weekend, right?
This weekend.
I'm
driving home on Saturday.
If you swing by, you can pick up your souvenir.
Yeah. I'll it depends on how long I stay. It depends how free y'all are Sunday or even Monday. If only free on Monday, I could always push.
I'm free every day. I'm always here.
And it's also on Devin too.
That's fair. But I mean, you don't have to say. You can just. No, he's got Saturday, Sundays off now.
Oh, perfect! I could hang out Sunday.
Okay. But yeah,
I'm driving home Monday morning.
I mean, very least you can just stop by on your way out.
Yeah, at the very least. But I'd like to actually hang out. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. So, trip to Norway was great. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I can definitely wait to go back because I don't want to fly again. God, it's so. I am the worst person when it comes to sitting and doing nothing for hours.
I can imagine.
I've been working on the game I've been designing in that time, and I'm very excited for that. I want every style of play to feel like a little different, so that increase that replayability and like, oh, I've never played that way before, and it just plays very differently. I also want the games to feel mechanically like your character is actually doing something. Like when your character is using a gun, I want it to feel like your character is using a gun to the player, mechanic-wise. As it should. Yeah.
Not like you're using a retextured bow. That feels like that happens a lot.
Well, it's just like a lot of tabletop games are like, okay, so you swing with the sword, roll a die, add your damage. Okay, you're using a dagger, roll your die, roll your damage. Oh, you're doing this, that. I want games that have a feeling that when you're playing them, you're actually playing with a very particular style.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where players might say, I actually feel really good using weapons. I don't know how to use a gun. Like, if a player can say, like, yeah, I'm so good at this one thing, but I have no idea how another thing works in the game, that means the game has a lot of, like, depth to it. And in making that not complicated has been my goal, and I think I've done that pretty well. The worst thing you have to do in the game is multiplication.
Yeah.
And most everything is just simple addition.
I don't like both of those. Just like pick the number.
Well, actually, the core mechanic of the game is rolling a number and seeing and picking between it or your skill, whichever is higher.
Still a little difficult.
You have to just know what number is bigger than the other.
That's hard.
No, it's not.
You can't expect me to do all the work, Cameron.
But yeah, it's something that not only that, but as you get better in skills, you'll start being able to feel the difference in your character. Like, reloading is based on making dexterity rolls to hit like a certain target number, and so you keep rolling your dice to get that until you eventually either run out of dice or get the check. And a lot of things in the game will give you small modifiers that make it easier and easier, so that after playing for a while, you'll be like, oh man, my character feels like they can reload really, really fast now.
Yeah.
And you feel like it. It's not just, I have this ability that makes me reload faster. It's just suddenly you'll be like, oh my god, I did that in one roll. Holy shit. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, as it should in like a game. The one I think of is Fallout New Vegas has a perk that's just reload all your guns 25% faster. And when you get it, you fucking feel it. Like immediately, like, oh, that was worth it. To be fair, it's also always my go-to when I point at horizontal like leveling in a game, because specifically because the creator did a talk on the concept of it in relation to Fallout New Vegas. It's really, really good talk.
I'm also a big fan of horizontal leveling. I feel like you can feel good in a game by having more options without forcing the player to break the game or power creeping the player.
Yeah, it's always like, I always feel like just adding more options doesn't, because I mean, like, the key thing is, especially in like tabletop, yeah, they have more options, but like, how's that going to change your action economy? Like, as long as it's not actively altering how many things you can do in a round, it's not going to like fundamentally super change the balance.
Yeah,
you still work around it. As long as you're not getting a feat, it's like you have 4 action points. Then it's like, okay, that's a little weird. That's a little powerful.
Yeah.
You have more things you could spend an action on. Like, it doesn't break anything.
Also, not invalidating. Like, Pathfinder 2 is so good because I feel like no feats ever get like completely outshone by other feats. Like, a feat you pick up at the beginning of the game feels good even to the end parts of the game.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think the only time that really comes up is like picking spells, but that's okay.
The only time I've encountered anything similar is just like, oh yeah, I could take a level in this like class. Like, I'll take this archetype for this class. It's like, oh, that's just the ability is just a feat I could get instead.
Yeah, sometimes the dedications themselves can be a little meh because they don't give you a lot, but the point is they're giving you access to the rest of it.
Yeah, but that's like the only situation where I feel that. Where even then, like, it's understandable, but it's sometimes like, oh, I'm gonna go into this dedication, and it's a thing I already get. Just a little worse. Like, okay, I guess I won't pick that.
Yeah. This is one.
But then there's like thousands of other things I could pick instead, so it's not a feels bad. It's like,
True.
oh, all right, something else.
But yeah, so, and I guess we're gonna have to get used to. We've been not streaming on time for quite a while now, so I think we're just gonna have to wait for our audience to eventually rejoin us. But
They will.
it'll be
At some
fine.
point.
But yeah, so talking about new changes. So up until June or July, up until July, things were going good. And then I got really sick, and then Dark Archive came out, then I was prepping for Norway. I've been really, really busy since the beginning of July, pretty much. Busy or incapacitated, one of the two. And I feel like I haven't been able to properly get to hang out with the community that we've been building. We have a pretty big community at this point. Well, at least pretty big for a small channel. We have, what, like 100 people or something? Let's see here. I can just go to, I don't know, announcements and hit, like, at everyone. And, yeah. 99 plus people. So we have, like, 100 people in our Discord now. Isn't that crazy?
It is fucking nuts. Like, that many people were, like, joined the community.
And it's been great. It's been great. You know what? Also, Azikaru, someone who's showed up before, I didn't realize they have like 10,000 subs for their own YouTube channel.
Yo, what?
Yeah, for real.
Oh shit.
So like we get a lot of different kinds of people here, and I think we have a really good opportunity to do some really fun stuff. So we're going to be doing some more interesting community stuff going forward. Not only that, but in 2 weeks, or for the next 2 weeks, so from now until Thursday, the 15th, and we'll post this on Twitter and in the Discord, we're going to be having a community spotlight on, and the video will come out on the 16th of September. And we're going to be looking at 5 builds picked between Alex and myself for the channel. We're just going to post a video on it. So if you want to see your build show up in one of our videos, you're going to go down to the Discord and you're going to type in at the beginning of your build for the community spotlight, #community build, so that I can find them more easily, or we can find them more easily. And then once it's done, we will pick our 5 favorites, and we'll just make a video highlighting some community builds. So, we're picking our favorites, not the best running ones, not the ones that, do the most damage or anything like that. We're going to pick our 5 favorites.
And I will be completely honest, if it is just funny, I'll probably attach to it. So make them as serious or not as serious as you want. I do love me some goofy builds. I think that's gonna be like the key. That's the key like phrase there. Favorites, not best.
Exactly, and I'm also someone that really just likes builds that are very intriguing or interesting. If you approach me with a mechanic used in a way that I haven't seen before, I will probably really like your build.
And if you can get a laugh out of me, then I'll probably like your build.
Fair.
That's really all it is.
So today will be the call out. I'll post it on Twitter after we're done here. And yeah, you're just going to post in #community builds in the Discord. And then you're going to put your build in. And we're going to go and check it out there. So that's the first thing we're doing. That's community based. We also have some other things coming up that we're still workshopping a little bit, but we're very excited for. We really want to create some more community, discourse and doing more content with the community as well. and I want it to be fun for everyone. So we're gonna do our best to make sure it's a fun time and not just content creators trying to squeeze their community for content.
Mm-hmm.
We also have another project that should be coming up at the end of September or sometime in October that we're very excited for. It's kind of a big deal. We don't want to talk about it quite yet because we don't want to make any promises we can't, commit to, but it is something that's going to be worth keeping an eye out, and it could be pretty revolutionary for tabletop as a content style, I guess, on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. We got some big things coming up. We have more as well. Next month, or actually, first let's start with this month. This month, we're going to be taking a look at Blades in the Dark for our game review, essentially, for the month. And I know that's been a very hotly demanded game. So if you're interested, join our Discord linked down below, and then you can message me and let me know you want to join. We're looking for 2 to 3 players. I already have 2 who demanded spots, so we already have some people set up, but we will be having Blades in the Dark coming up this month. We're going to be aiming for probably a session 0 on the month or on the week of the 18th, and then the actual one shot on the week of the 25th. Not the 18th to 25th days themselves, but sometime during those weeks, the last 2 weeks of September. So that is very exciting. And next month, we are going to be doing a Bloodborne one-shot for Halloween. And that's going to be really cool. I'm homebrewing a lot of the rules myself, but we're going to have a really cool thematic Halloween episode where we're doing Bloodborne, and I'm very excited for that.
That's going to be super fun.
Let's see, beyond that, what else? Oh, yes. Next week, next Table Talk, we will be releasing new content partnered with the channel. Can't say more than that.
Nope. That's all you get.
But we will have new content released next Thursday.
It will go live during Table Talk.
So be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited for that as well. And it's going to be, I think it's going to bring in a new crowd of people. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I think it will. It's been really fun working on it. It's something I care about a lot. And when I've discussed this with some of my buddies, my local tabletop buddies, they've expressed like that'd be a fun idea. And as well, I'm friends with a lot of people who are very knowledgeable in that front too. So if I ever have a shortcoming during one of these videos, I can always just interview one of my friends, because they'll know more than me sometimes. But yeah, it's super exciting, and they will be released to the world during next week's Table Talk.
I'm very, very excited for it. Oh yeah, apparently Pathfinder's trending on Twitter again.
When is it not, to be honest?
Yeah, NoNet just posted, all right, who got canceled? Why are we trending?
That's a good thing to worry about.
It's a good tweet.
I don't see it. All I see is more references to the One Piece.
The One Piece?
Yeah, the whole thing with the One Piece is real.
Interesting.
It's just, I guess their big episode appeared, and I guess I just learned about this, so take this with a grain of salt. Apparently, there's a thing in the One Piece community called One Piece cock edits,
Interesting.
where you just take a frame, especially if it ends at waist, and you just fill in the frame where they have a giant dick. And so I guess it's one of those videos that someone made, and then a giant community works around to hide in other videos, so you have to look at it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just heralded with a fucking actor from Better Call Saul who opened up a cameo and it said the One Piece is real, and then you just see one of the characters, like a cock edit of one of the characters. I don't understand it. That was on my Twitter like the whole time. It was like, I don't want this.
Weird.
I don't watch One Piece. I don't want to see the cock edits.
It's I think why it's trending is it'd be a good day to post the community spotlight, huh?
Yeah, you should also shout out the stream through Pathfinder.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
You know, I'll do that right now.
Live.
Or maybe just Pathfinder.
Oh yeah, whatever's trending. Oh, there's I guess also people are using there's a Pathfinder 2e tag. They're also making tier lists for classes.
Yes,
which, by the way, is a video. You know what? Let me create one real quick. I'm gonna create the correct one real quick.
But anyway, so yeah, we have our community spotlight coming up real soon. And oh yeah, Pathfinder's trending because of the Kingmaker stuff that came out. They did the Kingmaker book.
Oh, I did see someone talking about there's camping rules apparently.
Yeah, I saw the same one. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. And I'm very, very excited because literally before stream today, Alex and I were sitting together and we were just pitching ideas, seeing what would stick as far as the channel and what we're planning on doing. Because we do have some really good ideas coming up. A lot of projects that we want to work on together, and even some projects apart, as well as I feel like the Pathfinder 2e community deserves a really good, fun channel to come to for tabletop in general. I mean, we love Pathfinder content here as well, and it's definitely one of the main highlights of the channel, but the tabletop space needs a lot more as far as like interaction between streamers, content creators, and just a lot more entertainment. I feel like the entertainment quality is kind of mid. Only a few creators are doing some really cool stuff, and I feel like we can just do some more, especially in the Pathfinder 2e space.
Yeah, I'd say it's very possible that we can make some really, really cool like content. And there's some stuff in the works that we're both very excited about.
Yeah, I can honestly say that with the proper exposure, a lot of the stuff that we have coming up will probably blow up. Now, people still got to come and see it, is a big thing. So soon, with some of my upcoming class videos, we'll be advertising on the Pathfinder Reddit, and I am going to be trying to get some interviews with some other people in the community as well. And like all that it needs is just eyes on the content, and then I'm sure everything will do very, very well. A lot of people really enjoy the content here. I get messages all the time saying, you know, people are enjoy the content, people are excited.
Speaking of enjoying the content, can you grade my Pathfinder class tier list? What's that reaction?
Where is it?
Oh, it's in the table talk like voice channel chat.
Oh, right, they have that thing now, don't they?
Yeah, it's real nice.
I forget this is a thing.
It's real nice.
One second. Oh god, don't make it bigger. Okay. Y'all are gonna suffer with me. 1 second.
Shit, I forgot.
What'd you forget, Alex?
I was tweeting out the stream, but I forgot the stream link. Or no, to fucking tag it with Pathfinder 2e.
Oh, don't. What are you doing? Stupid thing. Gotta resize this 1 second. It's a travesty. Utter disgust. I'm so disgusted right now.
There you go. No, I tagged it with the right hashtag.
Let's see here. All right. Here's what we got. God tier, Magus, Psychic, Swashbuckler, Gunslinger. You know,
True though. Those some facts.
Mm-hmm.
Those some facts.
You know, Alex, shut up. This is my critique. You don't get to critique your own shit.
No, I happily will. The guy who made this tier list is spitting facts right now.
No.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
And
first
you know
of all,
me, I have clear and concise reasons for all of these.
Really? We'll get to that here. I have a feeling in a second. But Magus, okay, Magus pretty sick. Honestly, I like Magus a lot.
It's really cool.
Psychic is pretty cool as well. Swashbuckler is actually interesting.
I like Swashbuckler.
I think it's very interesting. I think it's a hard class to work around, but you know, like, okay.
Yeah.
Gunslinger. I mean, I
know
don't know why
me.
you picked Gunslinger.
You know
I
me.
think Gunslinger does add some interesting things.
Like guns.
A+ Ranger. Interesting. Why Ranger?
I've seen Shiari in action.
Ah, you like the crossbow single shot blow up build.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
And I keep coming up with characters where I'm talking about it with Devin and he's like Ranger. It's like, oh shit.
Ranger has a lot of good stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Rogue, though.
Oh, yeah, I like Rogue.
Just like
Calden.
Rogue. That's it.
Yeah, Calden was super fun.
Calden, I guess, okay. You know, okay.
I like
okay.
playing Calden a lot.
Fair. Monk, don't need to even ask. Monk's a pretty
Hype's
fun,
fun.
is a pretty good class. Thaumaturge, is very interesting.
I've been reading more into Thaumaturge and it's pretty goated. Like,
It's pretty good. It's actually kind of sick.
I don't love it as much as
Psychic.
Psychic, because like that's my favorite class from that book. But like reading through it, I'm like, oh, this is hype. I really like the no weakness. I'll just make one of my own.
I'll just make my own weakness. Yeah, that's
great.
a really good one. Let's see here. A- Sorcerer. Okay, you did play one
like Sorcerer.
twice.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It depends on the spell list, I feel. The Divine spell list is not as fun as the Arcane or Occult.
I can agree with that to some degree.
I enjoyed the same character progressively more with the Arcane spell list.
I was very sad that the deviant spells or the apocryphal, whatever. Apocryphal, yeah, the apocryphal didn't add a lot of divine spells. I was very sad by that from Dark Archive. But yeah, I think they're due for a good divine spell list edition.
I think so.
Barbarian, I can see it's like you want to do big damage on hit. Barbarian, okay, pretty sick. Inventor, cool. Though, where'd Inventor come from?
So Devin and I were making another little like build where we were talking about bringing back Magnus and Audrey for Pathfinder 2e at some point for one of your like stream campaigns, and we were going through, and I was realizing Inventor fits really well for Magnus. Because Magnus was a Forge Cleric only because it was the only fucking like class and subclass in 5e that gave me like forging and like crafting stuff. Then Inventor is like perfect for like what Magnus wanted to be without the religious like baggage.
Yeah.
So I'm reading through the Inventor stuff, because then like the entire build is like supercharging mine and then my friend's weapon. So it becomes a really fun combo with like an Inventor Ranger. Or Inventor Monk. It's because I was looking into it for a combo thing.
That's fair. Well, you know, it's another thing that I think I can agree with somewhat. I actually really like Inventor. After playing it a bit, it was actually kind of sick.
I listened to one session where he played as Inventor. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you did listen to one of those sessions. It was pretty good. I'm surprised Investigator hitting B+.
It's objectively cool. I would never play it, but it's objectively cool.
Okay, interesting. I love Investigator. I thought it was gonna be like bottom rank for you.
I mean, I give you shit for it. But it's like seeing what Investigator does, not my playstyle, but like the stuff it can do is objectively pretty cool.
Cleric, I can see Cleric is really fun in Pathfinder 2e actually.
There's also a lot of really cool like maneuverability and customizing you can do with the Cleric.
You really can. Bard is another interesting one, but I guess a little bit of a hangover from Eric.
That, and also I've seen a Pathfinder Bard in action, Demoralized Bard.
Yeah, the Terror Bard is really good.
Yeah, it's scary, like scary good. But also I do like Bards because I like Eric. I like playing him a lot.
That's fair. Summoner, I mean, you're a Stan user, so I get it.
You know me.
I do think Summoner has some really fun stuff. I'm actually really looking forward to a Summoner build. Why is Witch like below all these other ones? I'm curious.
You know me. I've been saying it from day one. Witch, if I had to give it a score, is a B-.
You just threw it in there because it was empty, didn't you?
No. I wouldn't do that.
Sure. I bet you just put it in like C+. You're like, fuck. I have 2 empty spots. Let me put Witch in here.
No, that's inflammatory.
That's accurate. Okay. All right. So Wizard, I know. Fucking nerds, right?
I don't like wizards. They're a bunch of nerds. But I have a wizard build idea, so it's like a little better than shit.
We'll get to that. Oracle.
I've seen it. It's cool. I would never play it.
I guess it's just one you're just like, I never really thought of it, and it's not shit, so whatever.
I've seen it. It's not. I've seen it in play. It's not shit, but looks kind of ass to play for like my style. I wouldn't like it.
Fighter is interesting here. Why Fighter in C+?
I mean, you just get a fight.
Just get a fight.
I mean, that's it. Like, Psychic can like psychic fight, Magus can like magic fight, but like Fighter just fights.
Just fights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of boring.
I already know what your shit tier is about. Fuck
Yeah.
nature magic.
Yeah,
Alchemist is
one.
too hard. I'm too
it's really
smooth
hard.
going.
It's really hard. I don't know how the rules work.
I don't know how to alchemist man.
I don't know how to do it.
Champion has no smite.
Yeah. Damn, you got it in one. I'm impressed.
Yeah. It's not like we haven't talked about these in forever.
Yeah.
I was honestly surprised with a few parts of this list, though.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, some things like I like put in a slot and thought that sounded right.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I think I guessed a few of those at least.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I mean, I have a tier list, so I don't really need to
Compare and contrast.
compare. Granted, my tier list is based on like a more non-biased viewpoint from what I think each class has to
Non-biased?
bring.
Mine's not biased.
Shut up.
Mine's a good and true and honest class list.
Mhm.
It's rated on what's the most hype.
To be fair, mine does have some biases in it. I do mention it though. I'm just like, if you rate it up like a point or two higher, I would understand. But yeah, I think a lot of the classes are honestly really, really good. And I think if anything, I would just like in my tier list, everything would be a lot more like BA range with a couple S tiers.
You know what? I'm gonna post this in our Discord somewhere. Let me just
Yeah.
like cause a little bit of a flame war.
Should put in memes because it's a joke.
No, I'm gonna put it in tabletop discussion.
Table talk discussion.
I'm just gonna say this is completely accurate.
But yeah, well, you know. You know what? That's another fun community event we should do. We should do like I don't know how to do it exactly, but we should do like an average tier list rating for all the classes.
Oh, like everyone votes for what one would be, and then you take the average.
Yeah.
That'd be actually kind of fun. That'd be a fun, like, little just information gathering thing.
It
Like,
would be.
What if the majority of people gather as like this? That's the quality of it. You could even do it through like YouTube community stuff. Or
Yeah, that's
Discord.
true.
Either way.
Once our community, I think, grows a bit more, I'd love to do that as like a scientific study on like everyone's rating and tier list. I'm afraid though it might just turn out like everything's B or C because everyone just kind of like averages out. But I would be curious to see what really pulls forward. I think fire would probably pull forward.
Yeah, probably. I'll do my best to rig the vote for 3 of those classes.
I'm sure. Some of my favorite classes are probably gonna do terribly.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't imagine Investigator's gonna do as good as you'd want it to.
I'm surprised on the YouTube page that Investigator has been holding on to the top 10 videos for so long. Or maybe it's like top, what are these? Top 12, I guess, for the popular uploads. Psychic has been running amok. It has, in very little time, shot up the list on the views for the videos. The class tier list is about ready to overtake Monk, which has had like I don't know, like 8 or 7 month lead on everything else, and by a wide margin. It's actually kind of nutty. It's
Cheater
also
list
nuts
for good content.
that they're gonna get to 5K views.
Yeah, it is.
Granted, it's already kind of nuts that the entire front page of popular uploads are all above 3K.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then of all of them, top 12, I guess, they're all above 2K, which is pretty cool. It's cool to see Bard still pulling forward despite being the first video I did. And Druid, too, being the second one. Both hanging real strong.
Less worth, but you know. It is cool to see. It means that you hit like the stride of it really, really quick. Like at the beginning, you made like, all right, here's the entry into the series. Immediately, just like good.
Well, you know, it got passed up real early, but then it passed a lot of the other ones up, I guess, once it got more recognition. So I don't know. Also, I'm curious for anyone who's in the chat, or for Alex as well. Like, how good do you think the thumbnail game is for the channel? Is it like kind of mid, or are the thumbnails actually good?
I think there are some that are better than others, but other than that, like, it's the fact that you're even making a thumbnail like of quality in the first place that sets it apart. Because like, I'll be honest, a lot of YouTubers don't really have good thumbnails.
That's true.
Like your archetype thumbnails, I think, are the best of like the ones you post.
Really? I thought the class ones would be.
I don't know. It's just very dark. It's hard. Like for me, I'm looking at like, even like, I think the Dread Striker is a good example of this. I can't really tell what the Dread Striker is supposed to be.
Oh no, it's not about the actual class reviews.
Oh, the class reviews? I don't know. I really like the format of the like the archetypes. I think it's like the text on the left within like an artistic representation immediately tells you like, here's the vibe of it before you click.
That's fair.
I think it is I just think the color of it works a lot better. I think the class thumbnails are good. I really just like the archetype ones better.
Yeah, to be fair, the Dread Striker one was like my first take.
On
it. I think it's been getting a little bit better. I want to make them dark because it makes it stand out. And
oh yeah, good idea.
Your name just reads the name of the build. Although the Pathfinder is placed in a terrible spot now that I'm seeing this, because it's getting covered up by the time code.
Path.
That's
my favorite game. Path.
So I might change that for the next ones going forward. I didn't even think about that. I normally am pretty conscious of it, but I mean, I'm just gonna put it on the top side rather than on the bottom there. Not a big deal.
Yeah, just move it up.
But I have some good ones. I have some good class builds coming up here shortly too. The class build videos I do think are also really good. So if I can get those thumbnails better, I think all the more good. And I don't know, maybe I have to. I like the style, but maybe I have to change it up a little bit. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. I want a lot of my thumbnails to have very strong characteristics so that when you see them, you know, like if you're familiar with the channel, you know what you're getting into. And it also makes it where the series feels like you can very easily identify them. I also like the Warhammer one with the picture of you.
It's a great one.
In it. It just seems to completely counteract everything else.
It's a good thumbnail. Mm-hmm. Should have kept it for the final thoughts.
Well, the final thoughts ones also have their own formula, so.
Yeah, but what if it was me?
Mm.
Like
laser eye you looking up in his direction.
That would have been really funny.
That would have been really funny, actually. I'm surprised my class tier update video has not been... It's been doing good, but I'm surprised it didn't do way better, like some of the other ones of the same type.
Yeah, it's curious. Maybe it's just because the algorithm's only sending out one tier list video, not the shorter one.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
Tries to be it.
It's crazy going back over the channel looking at it, because like so much has happened in the last year. To think we are officially gonna be a year out from my first video after rebranding, I think in like a couple weeks. Let's see here. Crazy. It's the like Who Is Next video. September 4th. Yeah, we were. So yeah, in 3 days will be the first video back from when I rebranded the channel to more than just a live play of anima.
Yeah.
and like whatever else. Like I also have like some game review stuff on here. I don't mind having the history up here though. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh man, the Anima Gate of Memories playthrough though.
Yeah, right.
Like amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this game. See, you were excited about it 5 years ago. What happened?
I was not.
What? It says
if you watched the video.
What? It's like Devil May Cry, but like worse.
Yeah.
Not to love.
What's not to love, indeed.
I still have a dream. I don't know if I told you this. I have a dream to become a phenomenal Anima Gate of Memory speedrunner. I want to have the records for like the highest quickest speedrun on Gate of Memories. Just like, and I had an idea because I want to include it in a future video I want to make on Anima that I've been talking about endlessly. But now that I've taken a step in a certain direction, that'll be become live on Thursday. I might make that at some point.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
A lot more interested in yeah, and let's not forget Town of Salem. We can't forget Town of Salem.
Can't forget Town of Salem.
We won't let you.
Fuck that video.
What?
I will not delete it on principle, but
what?
Yeah.
Every YouTuber's got that one video that's their highest viewed thing.
That they don't
like.
Well,
that
it's
they
not
don't
my
like.
highest viewed thing. It's
Well,
not even
let's
in the
fix
top
that.
20.
Community, let's fix that.
No.
I'm gonna go visit my family this weekend. I'm gonna put it on loop. I'm gonna just gonna have it looping.
Yeah, and the first Why This Class Is Awesome video came out on the 13th, so we're almost a year in, and we made over 1,000 in a year. Pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that.
Oh, and Devin, you like just missed it. If you look at the official Bad Luck Gamer Discord, and bring your eyes over to the Tabletop Discussions channel, you can see my totally true and unbiased class tier list.
Anyway, nonsense aside, yeah, exactly. Scrutinize. Like, honestly, no channel is built in a day. You know,
No.
I would struggle to see any channels that at least didn't have anything else going on kind of do super well. Because there's those channels that come up, like it's like they're popular on Reddit or on TikTok, and they come in and like, oh, we got a million in like a week, how crazy. Like,
Yeah, I wonder why.
That's not real. That's not how it's really started. They started somewhere else and they just brought their community. So it's really hard to get a metric for like how well your channel is doing comparatively to like the average. But I do know that hitting 1,000 subscribers does put you in like the top 50 percentile of YouTube.
Hell yeah, better than average.
And you know, we made like 200 in a month. Like we're already at 1.2k, which is nutty considering we hit 1k before August even started.
Absolutely goofy.
So we're doing pretty good, and I'm excited for more stuff coming out. I have another video coming out, I guess tomorrow now. This week, man. I made 2 scripts yesterday, but I didn't record because it was so hot. I didn't want to put a shirt on. It's how hot it was, and I was like, I'm not doing this without a shirt. I'm not gonna sit here and sweat for 40 minutes either.
That's fair. See, Devin agrees with me. He said it's unbiased.
That I can literally read skepticism written there.
I don't know. That seems pretty genuine to me.
Nah. But yeah, I mean, and the channel's gone through a lot of different changes over the time. We got better at the video production. The thumbnails, I think, have improved over time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think definitely with the new content we got coming out as well, there's going to be something for everyone.
Hell yeah. That's not true. Don't say that.
Baseless lies and slander.
Hey, I could take you to court for that.
Give him the old Alex Jones treatment.
Yeah, I would make a fool of myself in court.
But yeah, we got really great things coming up in the near future. New video ideas. The class videos are already doing really, really well. And the archetype videos, I mean, we're still so early in the archetype videos. My goodness, there's...
I mean, you just got like a few more, right?
Yeah, only like 100 more. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's more than that now, I think, actually.
It's like nothing, you know?
Well, you know what helped? Me busting out like 5 archetype videos in a week.
That's 5 less.
Yeah. Everything for Dark Archive was just me trying to keep the status quo. It's like, oh god, get them done, don't make it longer. Yeah, it's 10. 10 archetypes.
God damn.
Crazy. We got a lot of... we also have some very interesting things coming up as well. Some fun projects. I know Alex and I are definitely really getting on the content creation wheel and going to town. So I'm very excited to see what we got coming up. And especially some of the people we got to interact with so far have been really cool. And I'm very excited for more to kind of come up. It's just all about, I guess, making sure that the content we bring to y'all is what you want to see as well. And not all content is going to be for everyone, obviously. But we will do our best to kind of keep that in mind. And it's very interesting. Even our live plays have been getting some more views lately.
That's fun.
What's really weird, though, is the videos where we have guests on don't do that well.
That is surprising.
That is very surprising. Especially because the Gallant Goblin crew was a very fun one to talk to.
I really like talking to him.
That was a very fun chat in general.
I also like talking with Mark a lot.
Mark was really cool. Yeah, Mark. I could talk to Mark for hours. I have talked to Mark for hours. So
he is a really fun person to talk to.
He just has so much insight.
Honestly.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like this is how I've been so much like today, especially just there's so much I want to do, and I feel like I have a lot of vague ideas that I want to like piece together. It's just a lot. I mean, I'm working on 2 class build videos this week because we didn't do one last week. And then I'm going to try to get back more on a regular schedule of like archetype, class build, and then some other type of video in the week. Just to add some more interesting content.
Yeah.
One day, hopefully, I can hire Alex to edit so I can do 4 or 5 videos a week. Because if we can do that, channel will blow up huge.
Oh yeah, and
more content.
Luckily, I'm figuring out and definitely learning the pace of how to do the stuff I'm working on my own front to have enough time to do something like that. Because right now, it seems very feasible. talked about it a little bit in like our own little personal Discord while chatting with others. Like
Mhm.
I finally hit the stride, like Tuesday night, where I was like struggling with it because I was just having a lot of problems and like full on like I don't know how I want to format all this. I don't know what the way to do it. And then like I hit the formula and I found it. And then I finally got like the sound, the audio working a lot better. I got the actual frame itself looking a lot better. Like I fixed all of the problems I had, like I was just coming up with, like that night. So it was me like, oh shit, I got this. Then I just like cranked that out like, super quickly because I found a way that looks good and works good and is not that hard to do. Besides that, the format I'm filming in is a format I really enjoy working with, and I gotta say, as much as I really don't like the idea of live streaming solo, recording myself is a lot easier than just being live.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more.
I like having people to bounce off of, but I don't think I could do my content with someone else there.
I don't think so. I don't think I could either. The idea I had to do something like that kind of fell through because money wise, we didn't have a way to set that up.
Mhm.
And regardless, it's a little easier to do what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I got a pretty good rhythm. I mean, there's 4 videos that came out last week. 3 videos will come out this week, hopefully. Yeah. Or no, maybe. We'll see. The heat wave we were in, like, we got back from Norway and it was so hot. Our house was just gross. And it's gonna be still like upper 70s, low 80s for the rest of the week. I'm tired of hot weather.
Well, we're getting close to an ending.
Hopefully. But you know, I
don't know about you, but next week it's in the 70s for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been in the 70s for us. Right now, it's like 77. Yeah.
Oh, it's staying 70 for you.
Yeah, no, we have an 82 tomorrow. And then it's upper 70s to low 70s the rest of the week.
Gross.
It is gross.
I mean, hey, it's better than 90.
Yeah. But it's humid over here, so it feels 90 anyway.
Ew.
I know. Worst thing ever. But I feel like with the community spotlight coming up, Blades in the Dark coming up, and our one shot we're having next month for the Bloodborne one shot, I think we got a lot of really cool content coming up. And I mean, like we've shown already, when something really big comes out, this channel will be on the ground with whatever content. You know, we will see, and it will be here, and we'll be the one you guys can go to. That's what we did for Dark Archive, and that's how we'll be going forward. And I've been hearing lots of good stuff about the Traveler's Guide that's released or about to release.
I have been hearing some chatter about that.
And I would have absolutely loved to have gotten on that one. But I don't think there's going to be anything for this channel on it. They're adding new backgrounds. They're adding new feats. But it's mostly like a book about like the world of Galarian. And that's what people are liking, though, is it's actually getting people interested in the setting because the book is very orientated towards getting people invested in the setting.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than just being a setting book. It's like, here are the cool things that your characters can interact with kind of stuff, which I think is really cool. There is the one coming out, which I also got an offer to do, and I didn't take it because I don't think they're adding anything other than like ancestries. but it's the Impossible Lands book is coming out soon. That one I think is also going to be pretty big. I'm very excited about that one as well. And I don't know. I think it's just going to be one of those things of when it's a rule book that has like archetypes, classes will be there. And maybe we'll cover some of the other stuff too. The Knights of Lastfall has some really good stuff in it as well. It's another book I need to pick up. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should dedicate time. I don't even know what I would do videos on when it comes to other types of books.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
I could just do like a review, I guess, but like, I don't know.
I mean, you could always like just do your thoughts of a book, because that could do well. New book, people
Yeah,
to see.
And maybe I will. You know, it's just hard. It's hard as well because like I gotta tell y'all, editing the class build videos takes forever. I was editing one today that took me like 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the one thing that it comes up with is something you told me about. I don't ascribe to do this, so it's a weird thought. Where you mentioned like some people, a new thing comes out and they go around to like multiple sources to see what they think about the new release.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, you're big enough now that people are like, what does Bad Luck Gamer think about such and such?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the person who's like, oh, thing is out, and I can watch one video and be like, okay, cool, and I never look up anything about it again. But
just the book quality, that would be fun.
I don't know, just be like, oh, the binding's really good.
Binding is so good, and this the cover feels so good.
Subtle off-white coloring. The cover's polished to mere sheen. I just quoted 2 separate, like, nutting over inanimate object, like, quotes.
Yeah.
I melded the American Psycho business card with the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake's, like, gun-gasm over his new handgun. I don't know why I did that.
But, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, I get, maybe. There's always the thing, right? I'm like, I don't know, and then I do it, and it does well, so... You know what? Maybe I should just take a look.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's a different type of content. People have been asking and will ask for it. Might as well.
The robustness of a library.
Like, it fits perfectly on a shelf.
Yeah. Shelf reviews. How does this book sit on your shelf? Just go really nerdy in depth to different shelves and types, and that would be a funny video.
Yeah, just shit the shelf I built myself.
Yeah.
Because it's not very good.
That does sound like a fun parody video.
The instructions lied to me. There's parts that just don't fucking fit.
Sure.
I'm not crazy. Sure. They sent me a kit and I built it, and it's like there's parts that just don't fit right.
Sure.
Where it's like you gotta have like 5 hands to do everything. It's stupid. I don't like it. I was getting really angry like while building it. I was like so angry the whole time. I was like, I'm not even happy it's done. I was just so upset.
I'm not even happy it's done. This has been a hollow experience.
That's what it was. It was just hollow. I felt empty because this bookshelf, I was doing things and I'm like, I'm fitting this the exact same way. And like, I triple check and I'm like, nope, this is what I'm supposed to do it. But it's not fitting. That's weird.
I'm doing what the man in the picture is doing.
I did that. It was so fucking frustrating. But like it's not even, I built multiple pieces of furniture. I built my bed frame. I built my desk. My desk works perfectly because the instructions made sense and like didn't lie. And we're like, this part fits here. It's like, no, it actively doesn't. What are you talking about? The C screw doesn't fit in the C hole. It barely fits. It was a horrible experience. Worse for my roommates who are actively watching a horror movie. Meanwhile, every once in a while they hear me going like, "God damn it!" like just through the wall, just me
Sounds
swearing at
hilarious.
this film. They were laughing when I came out. I was like, I'm done. And they were like laughing at me. Which, to be fair, is really funny. I completely forgot they were doing that because I was so focused in the little like rage bubble. So I don't get angry at that much. But when I get mad, I get like totally focused on how angry I am in that moment. It's like the mortuary assistant I was playing last night. Ugh. The game's just ugh. I don't like it. These fucking demons interrupting my work. I have a job to do. It should let me win the game without having to pay attention to those voice lines. Just because someone doesn't pay attention to the instructions of your video game doesn't mean they deserve to lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that. I stand by that.
Ridiculous.
So complicated too, though.
The whole point is it's a puzzle you have to figure out.
It's so complicated.
Uh,
I can figure out other things just fine. I crushed that escape room game we played.
mm-hmm.
It's the absolute best at it.
My throat hurts.
Kind of same.
I'm sitting here like trying to think of things to talk about, and I'm just like, man, my throat hurts. That's the only thought that comes to my mind. It's just it's either the room was really, really dry because it's the only room we have that has an air conditioner, and it's like the fan blowing on you, like it's just gonna dry you out in the middle of the night. And I've just been sleeping in like a rock, so I haven't been like getting up and drinking water or nothing. Or I picked up something on the way home because we went through Seattle. Which I would say,
true, the fan like at night?
Yeah, it blows on you. Like air, when oxygen molecules come across any kind of like liquids with water in them, it picks up the additional hydrogen.
Oh, sure. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So, like, it's the same reason why it feels good when you're like in a fan in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Because it's causing you to transmit heat more easily.
And hydrogen feels good.
Sure.
Is that why I wake up every morning with like my throat feeling like absolute shit?
Do you sleep with a fan in your room?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Oh shit. Got a nice standing fan. It's real nice, but every morning I wake up, my throat feels like death.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably because, well, one, you probably also sleep with your mouth open.
Probably.
So
I don't know how I sleep. I've never seen myself sleep.
I've never seen myself sleep.
I don't know what that guy does. Oh, it's like the South Korean like urban legend that sleeping with a fan kills you.
Yeah.
It's like an absolute wild urban myth. Like it feels
is.
so disprovable. Like so easily proven that it's not true.
Yeah, it's like it's not what causes it, but it definitely can be a factor that could lead to it.
I mean, there like the arguments I see is that if you have a fan running while you sleep, the air in the in like your room will like disappear. Like your room will turn into like a vacuum.
Yeah, that's not what happens.
That's not true. And it's like the idea that you'll suffocate if you sleep with a fan on. That's the argument. But meanwhile, I'm alive and I've been sleeping with a fan on for my entire life.
But no, yeah, that's why your throat feels like death, because you probably sleep with your mouth open, and fan will dry you out.
Just gotta learn how to not have my mouth open while I sleep, I guess.
Yeah. Or just, get up, anytime you kind of
No.
wake up and drink water?
I have it just next to my bed, so I just roll over, drink water.
Yeah.
I do that. It doesn't help. But
It
you know
also
what?
could be
I'm
like-
not gonna change what I do. I'm not gonna change anything. Gonna keep waking up with my throat hurting
Yeah. Mhm.
because I like the fan. It's nice.
I like. the
I
way-
spent good money on the fan. I'm not gonna stop using it.
Definitely not what anyone is trying to tell you, Alex.
You can stop arguing, and I'm not gonna turn off my fan, Cam.
I'm not arguing.
I would never.
I never said you shouldn't. I was just saying that's why.
You missed this, didn't you?
No,
What?
no. It's a headache every time.
Yeah, I'm just bombarding you with too much like good logic,
Mhm.
sound arguments,
Mhm.
rationality.
The hydrogen feels good, doesn't it?
That's what you said, right?
No.
The moment you said molecule, I tuned out. I'll be completely honest. I heard
Anyway,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore.
before I lose any more IQ points, yeah. So it's either the fan fucked me or being in Seattle is just asking for disease, which you know what, may be
kinda accurate.
fair. Cause it was the worst. One of the worst things about coming back from Norway was just the instant juxtaposition of how dirty it is in Seattle. Like even the airports, like SeaTac is like the toilet seats dirty, and then we had to take the line, and there was like some plastic bags next to me. I didn't want to even look. They might have been like some bags with needles in them, who knows. Just on the line, and like everything is just disgusting. Like everything in Norway is so clean, at least in the fuck, I can't remember the name of the airport. It's like Gormian or something like that.
I think it's extra interesting you bring this up because I had the exact same experience when I came back from Canada.
Right?
We're like, damn, this is just like a nicely laid out city with like planning and infrastructure and like continuing like, hey, here's a bunch of historic, like really well designed buildings, and like no one messes with them. And like they're integrated into the city plan, and it's a city that's designed for people to walk through.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Oslo's like that too. And then you come to Seattle, and it's just like you find all these boarded up buildings downtown, and the city smells like piss, and it's just awful.
Yeah, it's
Like-
really not great.
And you know what? There's no reason why Seattle should be this bad. There's so much money in Seattle that the city should just be better.
No, they're
Absolutely
spending all
no
their
reason.
money not fixing pedestrian infrastructure and actively destroying it when the civilians do it themselves.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that one?
No.
There was a really dangerous street that people would have to cross all the time, and people kept petitioning the city government to like just paint a crosswalk there,
Mhm.
and they wouldn't because there's like, oh, we don't have it in the budget. We don't have it in the budget. So some guy just went out in the middle of the night where there were no cars and just made it himself.
Right.
And immediately, like the next day or two, like the city went out and like got rid of it.
Yeah.
Spent the money to destroy what that guy did.
Yeah.
That's what
And-
we use our money for instead.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. And like Seattle, it's like Emerald City, you know? It's supposed to be like a landmark of the US. And it's just garbage. There's no justification for it.
Yeah, it's
So-
really strange.
I don't know, but yeah, it like that on top of the heat, on top of everything, man, like coming back to the US felt really bad that first night. and I hadn't slept in nearly 24 hours. So
Makes it extra bad.
it was not a fun time. So yeah, maybe I just got sick on the way home, and that's quite possible.
Could always be. Hopefully, it's not too sick, because that would real suck.
I mean, I recorded a video today. My voice doesn't sound terrible, just like doesn't feel great.
That's something at least.
Actually, I'm gonna go get a cough drop. I'll be right back.
Fuck no, don't, dude, you can't. Oh no. Hey, chat, how's it hanging? It's going pretty well on my end. You know what? I could have like prepped for this in like the week extra we got, and like the break from table talk. No. Oh shit, yo, hey dude.
I'm back. You can relax.
Thank God.
They won't find it, Alex. Find what?
I hope they don't.
Find what?
Nothing. I don't have anything. You know me. You read me like a book, you know?
Man, I wish I paid attention.
Paid attention to what?
I was listening to this. I was listening to you moan. And you know what? I was so not paying attention that when something got brought up, I'm like, did I actually miss something? I don't even fucking know.
You didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Devin just likes to pretend that I have horrible, awful things hidden in my computer.
Don't you?
No. Trust the tone of my voice.
Apparently, Bricky has looked at the new League of Votan stuff, and he's hyping them up a bit, though he's trying not to.
They are, yeah, no, they're looking real good. I completely agree. I completely agree. I was, I looked at the leaks, and if the leaks are true, oh no. They literally, the one thing I saw that's like the most like annoying to the game. So Games Workshop, they release a update for match play that changes how command points work. So instead of starting out with 12, you start out with 6. And but the difference is you gain twice as many. You gain 1 on each turn. So on your turn, then your opponent's turn, you get a CP. And as well, you get 1 per turn. Like of the 5 turns, you are allowed to have 1 CP refunded through any of your rules, be it psychic, be it a stratagem, whatever. The Leagues of Votan have a spell that's a warp charge, I think, of 5, that gives you a CP back without putting it to your refund cost. So, like, you can just have, you could refund 2 CP per turn as the Leagues of Votan.
That sounds kind of strong.
Yeah, no, it's really strong. And I've been reading through, like, the stuff they can do. They have, like, pierce weapons. They have beam weapons that, like, pierce through, like, every unit in a line. Like, just as a standard weapon type. Only, like, a few other characters have that. One of them being Mortarion, the Primarch of the fucking Death Guard.
Yeah.
Like, that level of thing. So, it's ridiculous. They're looking real good. They look like, what Imperial Guard wishes they were.
Yeah, right.
That's the way I can put it. So yeah, you know, it's gonna be something. And granted, that's always how the cookie crumbles for Warhammer. Is the new thing is always phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't understand the process other than just shit by design to make people constantly buy more figurines.
Got that right. And then there's just like Well, it's because there's like a few like whales in 40k that especially like top tournament play and all that, where they'll buy a new army just for like the new book in like the tournament, and the moment it gets horribly nerfed and doesn't become top performing, they drop it and sell it all immediately. But then there's the people who are like me, where we pick a faction because we like the faction, and then you stick with it. My two favorite factions that I can play as on tabletop: Custodians and Black Legion. I love them to death. I play them because I like them, not because they were good. I waited till they got good. Then I reveled in it.
I still need to build and paint my army. I have such little time.
They completely like altered how Eldar can soup.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. So it's just you can't do it in the way it was possible in 8th edition anymore. Though I will still posit like Ynnari stuff is still good. You just have to buy a few Craft World models. So honestly, if you sell a few of your Harlequins you're not going to use and just use that money to buy Craft World Eldar stuff, like you're fine. And then just make them look like Harlequins. Or even then, just run mono Harlequin. Both are still very value like options. Just can't do it as perfectly as you could before. What else? Eldar are very. I think they're not like S tier right now, but they're very good.
Yeah, I think I'm still recovering from my trip of I'm running out of steam. But
you can always wrap early. If
you I was what I think I'm gonna do. Yeah. But we do have some good things coming up. We have a lot of community events. I'll be posting them as soon as we're done here. And we have Blades in the Dark coming up. We have the Bloodborne one-shot coming up. Alex and I have secret projects coming up. And not only that, but we are constantly looking for more ways to interact with the community. So if you have any ideas, you're watching this post, let us know in the comments or join the Discord. Let us know there. We're also going to be doing the community build spotlights. So you can always go down to hashtag or go to the Discord and in the builds, Pathfinder 2E builds section, put in hashtag community builds, and I'll use that to find your builds, and Alex and I will pick our 5 favorites, combined 5 favorites.
10 total.
No, just 5.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Oh, then who gets to pick more?
Me.
What? Why? Why is that fair?
Do you want to pick the 3? I'll pick 2.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just upset that you immediately said no.
Because Alex, if I said, okay, which do you want? You would say, I'll pick 2.
Yeah, but I wanted to make the decision.
You don't get to make decisions if I already know the answers, Alex.
That's not fair.
It's not unfair. You were gonna make it anyway.
I was, but you shouldn't assume. And assuming makes an ass out of you and me, but mainly you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. But we'll be looking for more things to do with the community. I think we got some good ideas. We just kind of need to hammer it out.
Yeah. And
I think that we're going to have some really good ideas coming up. We have a lot of things. We already have some things. I believe the class builds are going to really take the channel off. And a lot of the ideas we're already working on, I think, are also going to take the channel. We just need more eyes on the content. And the algorithm did not like me not being here not last week, even though videos were produced. So if y'all could do me a favor and like this or whatever, watch videos, subscribe, all that good stuff, help poke the algorithm, let them know that we're still kicking, and I will do my best to get back on the content run, trying to beat the heat. We'll see how that goes. But my throat's hurting. It's I'm still kind of recovering from my trip a bit, so I think we're gonna call it early. You got anything anything, Alex, you want to leave off with?
Keep an eye out for next Thursday. I've been putting a lot of work into this thing. I'm real excited about it. Hope you enjoy.
And yeah, we got fun release next Thursday, so very excited for that. But yeah, with that, we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.